Hi, Tracy here from the West Grey Public Library. Thank you for joining me this afternoon just to take a few moments for yourself, just to some of that outward energy that we've been perhaps giving or offering or focused outward throughout the day, to just kind of gather and bring that inward a little bit. So take a moment, just make sure your chair is in a safe place. Bring yourself to sit on the edge of the chair, somewhere where your feet can meet the ground. And really take a moment to kind of land your feet into the ground, whether you have bare feet, sock feet, slippers, or shoes. Just really feel the surface area beneath your feet. Have a little bit of space between your knees. Find a little bit of length to your spine. So where you're sitting on the chair should give you this opportunity to just kind of lengthen up through your spine. Take a moment, bring your hands together, just start to warm them up just a little bit. We're just going to take the palms of the hands and rest them over your eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead. Maybe close the eyes just with that tall, long spine. Take a few deep breaths in and out of your nostrils. Relax the shoulders and the belly. And just feeling this kind of switch over from gazing outward into the world and gazing inward. Feeling the breath inhale and lengthen through your spine. Exhale, soften through shoulders. Two more full breaths here. Long, slow exhale. Nice. Release the hands back down. All right, so rooting down through your feet, can you lift your toes up? I'm not sure that you can see mine here, and that's okay. So even if you have shoes on, can you just get this sensation that you're lifting and spreading your toes and then set them back down? And maybe you can just kind of pair that with your breath. On your inhale, lift your toes. On your exhale, let your toes soften down. Just a few like that. Inhale, kind of putting a little bit of pressure into the rest of the pads of the foot. And then exhale, let the toes relax. 3 more breaths like that. Nice. Release through the feet. Maybe walking the heels a little closer towards your body. And then you're actually going to lift the heels this time. So pressing into the pads of the toes and into the actual toes. And then on your exhale, let your heels come down. So moving through that inhale, feeling the backs of the calf muscles and the legs engage as you inhale, lift. Exhale, lower the heels back down to the ground. A few more like that. Stay relaxed through the rest of the body. Just really thinking about the feet and the ankles. And the inhale to lift the heels. And the exhale to lower the heels. Now let's do 2 more of those. Nice and slow. And then release that down. Extend one of your legs out in front of you. And then perhaps either holding onto the chair, you can lift that foot just a little bit off the ground. If that's not comfortable, just bring your heel back down. Find a nice tall spine. And let's point and flex through the foot. So pointing the toe away from you, flexing it towards your shin. So you can do this with the heel on the ground or the leg elevated. Relaxing through the shoulders, perhaps holding the sides of the chair if that's comfortable. You can even have the hands rested. Now find a nice big circle with that ankle. And then change your direction. Nice. And then if you can then grab for your knee, we're going to start to pull that in towards you. You can maybe grab for the back of your leg as well, whatever feels most comfortable and available, so that you can still have a nice tall spine and fairly relaxed through the shoulders. So as you pull the knee in towards you, can you also press the knee into the hands, just to give a little bit of traction, a little bit of feedback to the hip and some of the hip muscles, depending on what you've been doing today, if you've been sitting a lot. Just giving a little bit of activity there. And then release. We're going to cross that ankle over the opposite leg. Flex your toe towards your knee. Sit up nice and tall. Root down with that other foot. If it's comfortable, you can start to just slowly take your time, maybe hinging forward. When you do that, if you're folding, can you think about finding lots of length and space to your body versus just rounding into it? Just taking a few breaths here. And then sitting up nice and tall. And as you come back, can you extend that leg out in front of you? Press through your heel. Maybe you have to lean back a little bit or hold the sides of your chair. And again, point and flex that toe. And then slowly lower that back down towards the floor. As soon as it touches the floor, can you lift it up? Doesn't matter how high, just take a moment, lift and lower that leg. And can this come from the hip? So still finding length in your spine versus like gaining a momentum. So sitting up nice and tall, just a little bit of movement with that leg. Nice, then draw that knee in again towards you, maybe grabbing for the back or the knee. Same thing of that pressing the knee into the hand into the knee, nice and tall. Relax the shoulders, take a few breaths. Nice, release that down. Root through that foot, extend the other leg. Maybe the heel stays down or maybe slightly lifted, and pointing and flexing through the foot. Just relaxing the shoulders, nice and tall. Point and flex. Point and flex. Slowing it down. And then find a nice big circle through the ankle. Opposite direction. Nice, then we'll pull that knee in. So underneath or on top, nice and tall as you root down into the foot that's touching the floor, knee into the hands, hands in towards the leg. Relax the shoulders. Not holding your breath here, even though there's a little bit of tension that maybe is being generated, but sitting up nice and tall. And then release that. We'll cross that ankle over the opposite knee. Sitting up tall here. Take your time, maybe hinging forward. Relaxing the shoulders and the elbows. Couple more breaths here. A slow exhale. Nice, releasing from that. And as the leg comes out, maybe grabbing for the chair, leaning back a little as you, excuse me, extend through that leg. And then we'll lower it down and lift it up. So lifting and lowering the leg just as high as you can, so that you're still staying elevated through the spine. Even if it's just slightly coming off the floor, that's okay. Just strengthening into some of the hip flexor area. Nice, one more, and then draw that knee in towards you again, nice and tall. And then release that down. So sitting up tall, we're going to move to a twist. So root down through the pads of the feet and lift the heels up, just like we did earlier. And then move towards a twist. Can you turn to your right side? So your left hand's going to grab your right knee. The right hand's going to grab the back of the chair, turning to gaze over your right shoulder. Take a few breaths into the ribs. Nice, release back to center. Let the heels come down for a moment. Lift your toes. Set your toes back down. One more time. Lift the toes, spread them, set them back down. Press into the toes, lift the heels. Sit up nice and tall and turn towards your left. Finding a rotation in your spine. Breathing softly into the rib cage, relaxing the shoulders. Gazing over the left shoulder. Nice, come back through center and let that come down. Let's inhale, shoulders up towards ears and draw them back. Give the shoulder blades a squeeze. Doing this a few times. Inhale up, squeezing back behind you and letting them relax down. And then let that relax. Do just your right side 3 times. And then just your left side 3 times. Nice. We'll drop your chin towards your chest. You may feel like that's enough of a stretch to the back of your neck. You may bring your fingertips to the back of your head. Just gently bring the elbows forward. A little bit of pressure with your hands here. Root down through your feet, through your seat. Activate the legs. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Lift the gaze, lift the chest. Lifting everything up towards the sky. Maybe the elbows come wide. Exhale. We'll draw this in and actually find a rounding to your spine. So tuck your tailbone. Inhale, feel everything push down as you rise up and open through the front side of the body. Exhale, coming back down. You can do this without the hands and arms on the back of your head. So they could just be at your side or just down on your lap. If you like that little bit of extra opening across the chest, pressure to the back of the neck. Breathing nice and slow here. Two more times like this. Feeling your feet meet the floor as you rise and open. Feel the spine round as you exhale. When you've completed that, just allowing your arms to hang at your side with the palms turning outward. And then drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Roll the shoulders back and down. Reach the fingertips towards the floor. Let's take a few breaths here. And then come up and over to your other side. Ear to shoulder, just breathing here. And then relax that. Turn towards the corner of your chair. So you're sitting onto the edge of that. And then the way that you're facing, so I turn to the right corner of my chair. My right leg's going to stay grounded, and then my left leg's going to start to reach back behind you. So whatever way you're facing, that one leg will be in front of you. The leg closest to, I think, the video or the camera would be extending out. So you can extend through that leg, root through the heel, the outer edge of your foot. If that's not comfortable, you can always stay with the knee bent. So extend that leg, start to turn your chest and your spine towards that front knee that's rooted and bent. and down. And then we'll take that arm and reach it up and back. Just making a few nice big circles here. Really pressing down through your feet, almost the sense that you could lift off the chair here. Find some movement in your shoulder and shoulder blade as you inhale and reach, and exhale and draw that back down. A few more circles like this. Let your movement guide your breath, or your breath guide your movement, perhaps. Nice, and release that. Bring that leg back in. We're just going to take that to the other side. So moving to the edge of your chair, reaching your one leg back behind you or just out to the side, but both feet are planted here and rooted down, nice and tall spine. You're just on the edge of your chair here, and we can start to make those nice big circles where we reach forward and reach back with that open chest here. See if you can get some movement in your back body and your shoulder blade here. A few more like this. Nice, and then release that. Come back to sitting tall on the edge of your chair. Find the floor, allow the feet to meet that. Bring your hands together to clasp in front of you. Bring the palms to actually touch, and we'll start to just move the wrists and the fingers. So keeping the hands clasped as you do this, drawing circles with the knuckles. Then change your direction. Still maintaining that tall spine, relaxed and comfortable. Nice, and then we'll flick out the fingers. Turn the wrists again. Nice, palms out to the side and palms facing up. Feel yourself grow nice and tall here. Root down through the feet and through the seat. Let's take an in breath as you rise the arms up. Your fingertips may touch, your hands may stay very spacious here. So whatever feels comfortable for your shoulders. And then we're going to exhale, bring the hands down. They'll come to your lap and start to hinge forward. We're going to come to a forward fold. So you may stop about here, relax your shoulders, let your head drop. If it feels comfortable and available for you to come all the way down and maybe even relax the arms and the head, you can try that. See how that feels. Take a few breaths here. If you're still up here, just relaxing the head and shoulders. Same benefits. Even if you have the hands dangling down towards your feet, can you bring them up to your thighs? Press down through your feet. Long spine, and let's roll up to sitting tall again. Just take a moment to relax. We'll do that one more time. Palms out. Full breath in as you reach up. Exhale, the hands come down at your side and then towards your hips and legs as you come to that forward fold. Lengthen through your spine. Let everything relax, head and shoulders. Take a few breaths here. Could even be on your elbows with your head down. Just trying to get things just in this reverse, having the head a little bit lower than the heart. Everybody bringing hands to thighs, press down through feet, roll yourself up to sitting tall. This time we'll take a full breath in, reach all the way up. Exhale, press the palms down at your side. One more breath in as you roll the shoulders up. And exhale them down. Thank you for joining me here today. And I hope that you have a wonderful week. And hopefully I'll see you next week, next Thursday at 4 o'clock. Have a great week. Bye-bye.